and Fred, as he calls his fish, got moved. He got relegated to the basement somewhere in the den or whatever. So anyway, Tom is a good friend of mine, and he still fishes with me to this day. Okay, the notes are, some of these are in the handout that you got in the booklet. I'm sure many of you know the times when blackfish can be caught. Basically, the season is from October 1st to May 31st. We used to have great fishing in June, and years ago, I'm going back about 12 years ago, one of my favorite times to fish was all through July sometimes. And if you had the right place, the right time, the hermit crabs, and the source of hermit crabs, it was great. On this, I'd have to cross out September because it's a little outdated, but it basically is October through December is a good fall time. November is really prime time, and that's when I really shoot for a big emphasis on blackfish. Well, with the cod fishery depleted pretty much, winter is mostly a blackfish ling fishery. A lot of people who want to keep fishing over the winter will go out on the head boats and fish for the tog. Well, I mentioned before, structure was the key. Well, here are some examples of structure, and here are some excellent examples of those structures. For instance, a shoal. I'm sure many of you know the Mount Misery shoal. If in the old days, I'm talking 25 years ago, you could actually anchor up on Mount Misery in the fall and the spring and catch blackfish. They would be on the edge or right near the drop-off. I don't know if that still exists, but the fish will hang out there if they're in good numbers. The population has been depleted, so I wouldn't make that my first choice. But certainly any shipwreck is a habitat for blackfish, and if not sea bass. Certainly all rough bottom, plenty of boulders and crevices will bring you blackfish success. Water temperature, regarding number 2, is very crucial. In certain areas like the Long Island Sound, usually it's good from about 58 degrees down to about 49 degrees. And when it gets below 49, 48, you can almost hang it up. What happens is, like in the fall, in November in particular, if you get a freeze and you get it for 2 or 3 days and the temperature plummets to 48 degrees, you'll see, oh wow, all of a sudden the fish just dropped off. And that's because of the temperature, surface temperature in the Sound. In the ocean, it's different because you've got a much bigger body of water to cool down. It takes a lot longer, and they actually will bite throughout the winter. They'll go off the bite when there's a heavy freeze.